Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brady Boy on another little adventure out in Lincoln County, Washington. And we're at the Vintage Harvest. We got a little bit of a truck and car show going on here. And lots of wheat to cut. I was kind of surprised driving out here from Spokane. There's still quite a bit of wheat out here to harvest yet in the Palouse area. But the main attraction today is, of course, the vintage equipment. I'm sure we got some Caterpillars, we've got some McCormick Deering crawlers, a variety of combines, and it ought to be a fun day. Oh, there's Nels Chalmers. I don't want to leave them out. It's a vintage trucks to haul the wheat in. Nice little original Caterpillar just burbling away. And a nice little AC. It says 1936 Rumley on this piece of equipment, this thresher back here. Well, here's a nice setup, an original McCormick Deering crawler and a McCormick harvester. I don't know if they called them combines, threshers, whatever. Pretty nice setup though. It's a pretty good size one. I'm not sure exactly. I couldn't find any nomenclature on it at all, so maybe I'll stumble into somebody that knows. Well, here we now have a really nice looking, looks like it's at least been repainted, T35 diesel, McCormick Deering. And the boys are doing some work on the thresher. Not sure what, I think that's an International. Have to walk around the other side and have a look. And here we have a McCormick Deering. It says a number 31 RD that the boys are working on. Trying to get the conveyor belt going. Pulled by a GD 35 tractor up there. Pretty windy today. I don't know how the sound's going to come out. Well, here we have an old Cat D6 just burbling along, and he is pulling a case harvester. We're just kind of working our way down the line here. Love the sound of them diesels. So here's the lineup for today. We got a Cat pulling a McCormick Deering. We got another Cat pulling a John Deere. It's a number 36B. And we got a Cat D6 up here pulling a case. And we got a McCormick pulling an I don't know what. And we got another McCormick pulling a McCormick thresher. And way up there, we'll get a closer look at things in a little while. An Alice Chalmers. Well, we're getting another look at the lineup from the other end. It's a little Alice Model M, and it says it's a Rumley on there. And we got a little Cat, and a couple of McCormick Deerings down there. Got some really young spectators out here. Go up and have a little bit closer look at this little Cat here. Nice little buggy. Well, what we have here, folks, is a little Cat pulling a Dearborn Woods Brothers combine. Never heard of such of a beast, but ought to be interesting to watch her work. Looks to be in original condition, as is pretty much everything out here. I saw a couple that looked like they maybe been repainted, but that's about it. Quite an interesting little setup. And up here we have something a little bit more modern. John Deere 95H. And so I guess we'll get to watch him work today. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 machines to watch today. Everything is pulled by a crawler, and we do have a John Deere 95H self-propelled here combine here. It's just something a little bit more modern than these. These are all from the 30s and 40s. But there should be lots of entertainment today. And over here on this side of the driveway, we've got a little bit of a car slash truck, just about all trucks, pickups, car show on display. A variety of brands. There's Fords, Chevys, see a GMC there, Chevrolet down at the end, and I think even a Studebaker. And over here we have a few tractors to look at. Well, we got a T40, McCormick Deering T40. I finally found the identifier on there. Pulling a McCormick Deering threshing machine. Gonna go out and cut some wheat. Little Alice with the Rumley already took off. He's out there doing some cutting. Well, it looks like the Cat and the Case are getting ready to go. Cat's been sitting there just purring along smooth as silk for quite some time. They just fired up the engine on the case. Yeah, I got a beautiful old Chevy here going. Lots of support vehicles here. And the engine's running and the gears are moving on the old case. Gonna do him a Yui here. A 49 case V2 owned by John Sawyer of Davenport. Two-man crew on there. Listed their names, I didn't quite catch them. Well, maybe we'll walk over to the field. Well, we're out here at Davenport, Washington, what they call the West Plains. Brady boy holding the camera here, watching the action. The little Alice and the Rumley have already pulling out of the lineup. So the cat pulling a John Deere is just going to go for it. I think I'm going to swallow a lot of dust today. Well, here we have a very young lady running the cat, pulling a McCormick Deering harvester. Boy, they must, that wheat really looks heavy here. Well, here we have the TD40, McCormick Deering TD40, pulling, I'm not sure which model. It's a McCormick. I want to say a 51. Well, I'm probably going to get dusted pretty good, but I guess it wouldn't be the first time. And there goes a nice 1956 International truck, S160. Got a GMC coming along here. And I guess we got the cat and the case going. They were kind of sitting still for quite a while. And here we have that John Deere 95H. Looks pretty modern compared to most of the stuff here today. boys are working the crest of that hill up there. Again, this is Brady Boy at the Autumn Harvest, Davenport, Washington. And vintage is right. Newest thing here is that John Deere 95. Pretty cool to see this old machinery out here though. Well, here comes the little cat with the Dearborn Woods Brothers combine. I'm not sure which way he's going to go. I guess we're going to back up. Get a little bit of dust on us today, but not too bad. And there goes an old Dodge. Going to go out and collect some grain. Beautiful sight. Well, the boys are just completing their first round. It takes a while. Pretty good sized field out here. And I suspect I'm going to get dusted pretty good. You're fine. I think we want to get all the dirt out of it. Well, I guess we're getting a treat here, folks. Brady Boy got offered a ride. And with a young lady on the cat, here we go. Hard to hold it still on this thing, so excuse the shakes. I can't believe somebody just offered me a ride on this thing. And it happens to be the one with a young lady running the Caterpillar. John Deere's giving his passengers a bit of a thrill, playing with the hydraulics, tilting one way or the other. running the header control. That wheel she turns raises and lowers the header. And we're gonna go up a hill. Well, we're gonna take a dip here and then we're gonna crawl up the hill. Must be working that little cat.
Came down, I came on Monday.
And getting us a little close-up action of this John Deere 55. Excuse me, 95, a 95H. Got us some passengers up there. And here's the little cat with the Dearborn Woods Brothers combine. Must be heavy, slowed her right down. Beautiful little T35 diesel. McCormick Deering harvester. Well, everybody has their belly full now. It was a big break for lunch, and guess they're just going to keep on working until either 5 o'clock or the wheat gives out. And I don't know about the wheat giving out. There's an awful lot of wheat out there yet. I think normally we're at 27th of August, the wheat would be done, but had a long, cold, wet spring, so everything's behind schedule. Well, here's the rig that I was riding on just before lunch. Did one round with him, and that took about 45 minutes. We weren't moving too fast, and it was a pretty big field. So it's a little cat, and it's a Model 51 McCormick Deering harvester. Got its own engine, and it was quite the treat. Quite the treat. Well, here we have two Model 51 Deering harvesters, and you can see this one has the dolly on the front. It's got an own tire and wheel, and this other one over here looks like an old railroad tie. They put a tongue under it, so it rests. The tongue, of course, rests on the hitch of the cat. And this one here is pulled by McCormick TD40. So quite the experience. Really enjoyed that. Just listening to this D6 purr. I don't believe they've shut it off since it's been here. Cats have been running continuously. Everybody else seems to have shut their crawlers off. But just love the sound of that engine. Little cat is just crawling along. Guy has not stopped since he started. Well, we got the little T35 fired up there. Boys are starting to get back at it after lunch. I'm seeing lots of dust. She's got her crank. Passengers up on the platform there. 2 or 3 of the guys have built platforms on their combine so they can take a passenger along, which is where I was at this morning. And they're getting ready to have at it. Round 2. Brady Boy at Vintage Harvest, a couple miles east of Davenport, Washington. And here we go. Like the 2 young gals are having a hard time getting the motor started. There she goes. There she goes. Excellent. Their dad, Jamie, and the girls they're amazing. They were running this whole rig while I was riding with them this morning. Pretty impressive. And there they go. There they go. Well, it's getting into the afternoon, and I'm dusty and tired and about ready to call it a day from the Vintage Harvest, Davenport, Washington. And they're well into their afternoon job now here, and this guy here had some mechanical failures. You can see the twisted boards on the feeding mechanism there. So another great day. Try to come back next year. This is Brady Boy saying bye. Well, they finally got the little Alice crawler going, and sat around most of the day, never got moved. Got him going now. Pulling a rumbly threshing machine, believe it or not. Ah, the wind shifted a little bit finally. Woo! I happen to be in the right spot at the right time. Got a pretty good crew up there. There's a young lady, little gal on her cat, and that's her younger sister up there running the header wheel. Kind of looks like a steering wheel, but what it does is it raises and lowers the header. Well, this Alice is rolling again. She missed most of the day. She had mechanical problems early and then set out most of the day, but here we're in the middle of, well into the afternoon. And it's a little Model M Alice Chalmers with a rumbly harvester. Trying to get myself run over.